Hey, good morning, everyone. Are we already live? Okay, thank you, Procurement. So today is October 30, 2024, and it is a Wednesday, and the Bids and Awards Committee of DPWH Regional Office Number 4A is convening for the pre-bid conference of various civil works contracts that have been scheduled today. In attendance for the back, we have the back regular member for all types of procurement, Engineer Marisa Aguzar.
Good morning po, ma'am. Good morning, everyone.
Good morning po. We have the provisional member, Chief of Construction, Engineer Robert Naval. We also have provisional member, Chief of Maintenance Division, Engineer Jeffrey Michael Hamias. And I am Cheryl Antonio David from the Administrative Division, Vice Chairperson, presiding in the absence of our Chairperson. I would also like to acknowledge the attendance of our observer from NAKAP, Engineer Bashir Batara.
Good morning, ma'am. Good morning.
Morning, Sir Bashir. And we also have the head of the Secretariat and Technical Working Group, Engineer Alex Bertudazo, as well as the other members of the Secretariat and Technical Working Group, and the teams from construction, procurement, and maintenance who are going to assist us in today's proceedings. We have invited also observers from CCWI and the Commission on Audit, although as of this time, they have yet to enter our virtual meeting room or attend on site. So before we continue, may I request sa procurement to acknowledge attendees on site kung meron po. Bidders. May
Good
bidders. Yes po.
Good morning po, attorney. As of now po, wala pong prospective bidder on site po.
Okay, thank you. Sige po, nevertheless, since our pre-bid is live streamed through the YouTube platform for purposes of recording and transparency, we can proceed with our pre-bid conference. So before I forget po, I would just like to inform the body and everyone who are watching and will be rewatching the video that if should you require for a copy of the minutes of the pre-bid conference for today, you may request for it within 3 days from our procurement unit. And also, should you have any questions on any of the topics to be discussed today, you have 3 days to submit your written request for clarification through the procurement unit of our office, and the back will issue a bid bulletin in response to any of the questions received to inform everyone regarding our response, the request for clarifications na mare-receive namin if meron man. Okay, so for the resource persons, you may begin the discussion. Kindly introduce yourself po, and then you may start. Thank you.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Engineer Jara Makalalad po, and today I'll present to you the technical component of the project that will be implemented under the construction division. Let me start with the contract ID number 25D033 Construction of Dasmariñas General Trias Tanza Diversion Road, General Trias Section, Cavite. Contract ID number 25D034, Lumban Bridge along Calamba, Santa Cruz, Afami Junction Road. Contract ID number 25D042, Iringan Bridge along Maharlika Highway. Contract ID number 25D044, Tambak Bridge along Maharlika Highway. 25D030, construction of flood control along the Bo River, downstream, Phase 1, Barangay Lagadlarin, Lobo, Batangas. 25D031, construction of flood control along the Bo River, downstream, Phase 2, Barangay Lagadlarin, Lobo, Batangas. 25D037, Kanda Bridge along Maharlika Highway. 25D058, General Aguinaldo Magallanes, Nasugbu Road, East-West Road, Silang Section, Cavite. 25D059, Silangan Road, CA Yulo Avenue, connecting South Luzon Expressway, leading to the industrial parks, Canlubang, Calamba City, Laguna. For the items of work, Part A, facilities for the engineer. 8.1.18, provision of field office for the engineer, rental basis per month. 8.1.26, operation and maintenance of 4x2 pickup type service vehicle for the engineer, vehicle month. 8.1.41, provision of progress photographs per month. For Part B, other general requirements. B.5, project billboard or signboard each. B.71, occupational safety and health program per month. B.81, traffic management per month for contract ID numbers 25D034, 37, 44, 58, and 59. B.9, mobilization, demobilization lump sum. B.181, Craneway, lump sum for contract ID number 25D033. B.24, general scaffolding and shoring, lump sum for contract ID number 25D044. Showing you the DPWH standard project billboard. Minimum material testing equipment for small contractors for contract ID numbers 25D034, 42, 44, 37, and 58. Showing you the minimum materials testing equipment for small contractors. Minimum material testing equipment for medium contractors for contract ID numbers 25D033, 30, 31, and 59. Showing you the minimum materials testing equipment for medium contractors. Contract ID number 25D033, construction of Dasmariñas General Trias Tanza Diversion Road, General Trias Section, Cavite. Showing you the numbers and map, key map, vicinity map, and layout plan. General plan and general elevation. Typical section, reinforcement details, loophole detail, and sheet pile detail. For the scope of work, widening of a single span two-lane carriageway bridge with a length of 40 linear meters and width of 10 meters. A ASHTO pre-stressed concrete girder type 6, including reinforced concrete deck slab, sidewalk, and post and railing as superstructure supported by two 1.8-meter diameter board piles at abutments with crane weight, slope protection, and other miscellaneous items included. Construction of reinforced concrete revetment with a total length of 101 linear meters, height of 5.52 meters with PVC whip holes staggered at 2 meter on center, including diversion of waterways and earthworks. Showing you the equipment requirements. For the manpower requirements, project manager and foreman should have at least 3 years of similar experience and 5 years of total work experience. Project engineer must be a DPWH accredited provisional engineer. Materials engineer must be DPWH accredited materials engineer 1 and construction safety officer with COSH training. The approved budget for the contract is 52,894,545 pesos and contract duration is 225 calendar days. Major category of works, bridge construction, concrete superstructure with cast-in-place piles. Showing you the similar categories of works. The source of fund is FY 2025 NEP for DPWH Infra Program. Contract ID number 25B034. Lumban Bridge along Calamba, Santa Cruz, Fami Junction Road. Showing you the vicinity map, Calabarzon map, and key map. General section and general plan. Scope of work. Repair of expansion joints along a widened portion using asphaltic log joint. Waterproofing of bridge deck slab. Asphalt overlay on bridge deck and approaches. And reflectorized pavement markings. Showing you the equipment requirements. The minimum work experience requirements for the key personnel are the following. The approved budget for the contract is 28,950,000 pesos and contract duration is 150 calendar days. Major category of works, bridges, retrofitting, concrete superstructure without piles, showing you the similar categories of works. The source of fund is FY 2025 NEP for DPWH Infra Program. Contract ID number 25D042, Irigan Bridge along Maharlika Highway. Showing you the key map, Calabarzon map, vicinity map, location map, and layout plan. General plan. General elevation and general section. Revetment details, typical cross-section, and sheet pile details. Pile cup reinforcement details, peephole details, and revetment reinforcement details. Scope of work: repair of slope protection structure, which includes construction of 25 linear meters reinforced concrete revetment on both sides with a height of 5 meters and 0.3 meters thickness, using 16 millimeter diameter top and bottom reinforcing bars and 12 millimeter diameter horizontal bars, with PVC whip holes staggered at 2 meter on center, resting on 0.5 meter by 0.7 meter reinforced concrete pile cup with 4.5 meters Type 2 steel sheet pile, using 16 millimeter diameter reinforcing bars with 12 millimeter diameter ties, including earthworks, removal of structure, and application of two-layer carbon fiber sheets on deck slab. Showing you the equipment requirements. Showing you the manpower requirements. The approved budget for the contract is 7,720,000 pesos with a contract duration of 105 calendar days. Major category of works: bridges, retrofitting, concrete superstructure without piles. Showing you the similar categories of works. The source of fund is FY 2025 NEP for DPWH Infra Program. Contract ID number 25G044, Tambak Bridge along Mahardika Highway. Showing you the key map, Calabarzon map, vicinity map, and location map. General plan and general elevation. General superstructure section details and detail of stone masonry. Scope of work: retrofitting of a 4-lane one-span bridge with a total length of 31 linear meters and width of 15.2 meters. The use of asphaltic plug joints for repairs of longitudinal and transverse expansion joints, carbon fiber, below deck slab, waterproofing on deck slab, asphalt works at bridge deck slab, and reflectorized pavement markings, and construction of stone masonry. The minimum major equipment requirements are the following. Showing you the manpower requirements. The approved budget for the contract is 9,650,000 pesos and contract duration is 105 calendar days. Major category of works: bridges, retrofitting, concrete superstructure without piles. Showing you the similar categories of works. The source of fund is FY 2025 NEP for DPWH Infra Program. Contract ID number 25D030. Construction of flood control along the Bo River downstream, Phase 1, Barangay Lagalarin, Lobo, Batangas. Showing you the key map, Calabarzon map, vicinity map, and location map. Typical section, reinforcement details and sheet pile details. Scope of work: construction of reinforced concrete dike with 4-meter crest with 0.2 meter thick and height of 6 meter, supported by 0.6 meter thick rubble concrete and reinforced concrete pile cup with 12-meter Type 2 U steel sheet pile and 1.2 meter parapet wall including earthworks. Showing you the equipment requirements. For the manpower requirements, project manager and foreman should have at least 3 years of similar experience and 5 years of total work experience. Project engineer and materials engineer must be DPWH accredited project engineer 2 and materials engineer 2 respectively. Construction safety officer with GOSH training. Approved budget for the contract is 193 million pesos and contract duration is 300 calendar days. Major category of works: flood control, construction of slope protection using structural measures. Examples are revetment, retaining structures, and marnet. Showing you the similar categories of works. The source of fund is FY 2025 NEP for DPWH Infra Program. Contract ID number 25D031, construction of flood control along the Bor River downstream, Phase 2, Barangay Lagadarin, Lobo, Batangas. Showing you the key map, Calabarzon map, vicinity map, and location map. Typical section, reinforcement details, and sheet pile details. Scope of work, construction of reinforced concrete dike with 4-meter crest width, 0.2-meter thick, and height of 6 meters, supported by 0.6-meter thick rubble concrete and reinforced concrete pile cup with 12-meter type 2 U-type steel sheet pile and 1.2-meter parapet wall including earthworks. The minimum major equipment requirements are the following. Showing you the manpower requirements. The approved budget for the contract is 193 million pesos and contract duration is 300 calendar days. Major category of works: flood control, construction of slope protection using structural measures. Examples are revetment, retaining structures, and wirenet. Showing you the similar categories of works. The source of fund is FY 2025 NEP for DPWH Infra Program. Contract ID number 25D037, Kanda Bridge along Maharlika Highway. Showing you the key map, Calabarzon map, location map, and vicinity plan. General plan, general elevation, and general section at abutments. Scope of work: widening of 2-lane, single-span bridge with a total length of 16 meters and width of 12.68 meters, reinforced concrete deck girder, reinforced concrete deck slab, sidewalk, post and railing as superstructure, supported by two 1.5-meter diameter board piles at both abutments, including concrete revetment, sheet pile, and stone masonry at slope protection and other miscellaneous items. Showing you the equipment requirements. For manpower requirements, project manager and foreman should have at least 2 years of similar experience and 5 years of total work experience. Project engineer and materials engineer must be a DPWH accredited professional engineer and DPWH accredited materials engineer 1 respectively. Construction safety officer with cost training. The approved budget for the contract is 24,125,000 pesos and contract duration is 184 calendar days. Major category of works: bridges, construction, concrete superstructure with cast-in place piles. Showing you the similar categories of works. The source of fund is FY 2025 NEP for DPWH Infra Program. Contract ID number 25D058, General Aguinaldo Magallanes, Nasugbu Road, East-West Road, Silang Section, Cavite. Showing you the vicinity map and key map. Straight line diagram. Typical roadway section. Roadway lighting plan. For the scope of work, installation of 20 units, 100 watts solar streetlights spaced at 30 meters from station 48 plus 586 to station 48 plus 886. Reconstruction and regrading of carriageway and shoulder from station 49 plus 122.6 to station 49 plus 122.06 to station 49 plus 182.06 and station 49 plus 245.03 to station 49 plus 305.03 and reconstruction of drainage structures from station 49 plus 132.06 to station 49 plus 182.06 and station 49 plus 245.03 to station 49 plus 275.03. The minimum major equipment requirements are the following. For the manpower requirements, project manager and foreman should have at least 3 years of similar experience and 5 years of total work experience. Project engineer and materials engineer must be a DPWH accredited provisional engineer and DPWH accredited materials engineer 1, respectively. Construction safety officer with cost training. The approved budget for the contract is 14,475,000 pesos and contract duration is 120 calendar days. Major category of works, roads, construction, PCCP. Showing you the similar categories of works. The source of fund is FY 2025 NEP for DPWH Infra Program. Contract ID number 25D059. Silangan Road, CA Yulo Avenue, connecting South Luzon Expressway leading to the industrial parks, Canlubang, Calamba City, Laguna. Showing you the vicinity map and key map. Layout map and straight line diagram. Typical roadway section. Scope of work for Section 1, proposed reconstruction of off-carriageway with 0.57-meter curb and gutter, 0.76-meter sidewalk, installation of installation of 1 millimeter diameter concrete, clay, plastic, and fiber pipe with manholes and installation of solar LED streetlights on left side. For Section 2, proposed reconstruction of off-carriageway with 0.67-meter curb and gutter, 2.83-meter sidewalk and bike lane, Class 1 shared, 0.5-meter planting strips, and installation of 1 millimeter diameter concrete, clay, plastic, and fiber pipe with manholes on left side. The minimum major equipment requirements are the following. For manpower requirements, project manager and foreman should have at least 2 years of similar experience and 5 years of total work experience. Project engineer and materials engineer must be a DPWH accredited project engineer 1 and materials engineer 1 respectively. Construction safety officer with COSH training. The approved budget for the contract is 113,844,910 pesos, and contract duration is 285 calendar days. Major category of works: flood control, construction, drainage, closed and open conduits. Showing you the similar categories of works. The source of fund is FY 2025 NEP for DPWH Infra Program. Thank you. That's all po for the technical component of the projects under construction division.
Good morning po. I am Engineer CJ Sota from the Construction Division, and I'm going to present first the financial documents and component of the pre-bid under the Maintenance and Construction Division, while the technical component for the projects under the Maintenance Division will be discussed later on. Starting with bid data sheet. ITB clause number 10.3, the required pickup license for this contract is as follows. For contract ID number 24D0293, 25D034, 4244, 37, and 25D058, license category C and D and license classification small b. For contract ID numbers 25D039, 47, 48, 49, 50, 25, 65, 33, and 25D059, license category D and license classification medium A. And for contract ID numbers 25D041, 30, and 25D031, license category A and license classification medium B. ITB clause number 22, bid submission may be done manually or electronically or online. However, bidders should only select one mode of submission, either manual or electronic. The address for receipt of bids submitted manually is at Bidding Room, DPWH Region 4A, Canlubang Interchange, Barangay Mayapa, City of Calamba, Laguna, and electronically should be submitted at electronicbids_R4A at dpwh.gov.ph. The deadline for receipt of bids is on November 12, 2024 at 10 a.m. for contract ID numbers 24D0293, 25D039, 41, 47, 48, 49, 57, and 25D065. And on November 13, 2024 at 10 a.m. for contract ID numbers 25D033, 34, 42, and 25D045. And on November 14, 2024 at 10 a.m., contract ID number 25D030, 31, 37, 58, and 25D059. For bids to be submitted electronically or online, the following procedures should be observed following the Department Order number 87, series of 2020. Special conditions of contract. GCC clause number 4.1, the procuring entity shall give possession of the site to the contractor upon the receipt of the notice to proceed. The start date should not be later than 7 calendar days from its issuance date of receipt of the notice to proceed. GCC clause 7.2. In case of permanent structures such as buildings of types 4 and 5 as classified under the National Building Code of the Philippines and other structures made of steel, iron, or concrete which comply with the relevant structural codes, such as but not limited to steel, concrete bridges, flyovers, aircraft movement areas, ports, dams, tunnels, filtration and treatment plants, sewerage systems, power plants, transmission and communication towers, railway system, and other similar permanent structures 15 years for contract ID numbers 24D0293, 25D039, 47, 48, 49, 65, 33, 34, 42, 44, and 25D037. In case of semi-permanent structures such as buildings of types 1, 2, and 3 as classified under the National Building Code of the Philippines, 5 years for contract ID numbers 25D041, 57, 30, 31, 58, and 25D059. Bid security. Bidders are allowed to choose any of the following forms: cash, cashier's check, manager's check, issued by a universal or commercial bank, 2% off ABC. Bank draft, guarantee, or irrevocable letter of credit issued by a universal or commercial bank. If issued by a foreign bank, it shall be confirmed or authenticated by a universal or commercial bank, 2% off ABC. Surety bond callable upon demand, issued by a surety or insurance company duly certified by the Insurance Commission as authorized to issue such security, 5% off ABC. And bid securing declaration. Important notice: bids and bid securities shall be valid within 120 calendar days from the opening of bids. Amount of bank guarantee, irrevocable letter of credit, cash, cashier's check, manager's check, 2% of ABC. For contract ID number 24D0293, 96,500 pesos. Contract ID number 25D039, 2,895,000 pesos. 25D041, 3,860,000 pesos. 25D047, 1,930,000 pesos. 25D048, 2,045,800 pesos. 25D049, 1,717,700 pesos. 25D057, 2,827,450 pesos. 25D065, 965,000 pesos. Contract ID number 25D033, 1,057,890 pesos and 90 centavos. 25D034, 579,000 pesos. 25D042, 154,400 pesos. 25D044, 193,000 pesos. 25D030 and 25D031, 3,860,000 pesos. 25D037, 482,500 pesos. 25D058, 289,500 pesos. And 25D059, 2,276,898 pesos and 20 centavos. Surety bond 5% of ABC for contract ID numbers 24D0293, 241,250 pesos. 25D039, 7,237,500 pesos. 25D041, 9,950,000 pesos. 25D047, 4,825,000 pesos. 25D048, 5,114,500 pesos. 25D049, 4,294,250 pesos. 25D057, 7,068,625 pesos. 25D065, 2,412,500 pesos. 25D033, 2,644,727 pesos and 25 centavos. 25D034, 1,447,500 pesos. 25D042, 386,000 pesos. 25D044, 482,000 pesos and 500 pesos. 25D030, 9 and 31, 9,650,000 pesos. 25D037, 1,206 pesos and 250 pesos. 25D058, 723,750 pesos, and 25D059, 5,692,245 pesos and 50 centavos. Showing you the checklist for technical and financial documents. Submission of bids. Two-envelope system. Documentary requirements duly signed, paginated with the ear tags and book bound for technical and financial envelopes. Envelopes 1 and 2. One original and two duplicate copies placed in one sealed envelope. Payment process of bidding documents. Monday to Thursday, 8 a.m. to 2 p.m. and Fridays, 8 a.m. to 12 noon. Bidding date. November 12, 2024 at 10 a.m. for contract ID numbers 24D0293, 25D039, 41, 47, 48, 49, 57, and 25D065. On November 13, 2024 at 10 a.m. for contract ID numbers 25D033, 34, 42, and 25D044. November 14, 2024 at 10 a.m. for contract ID numbers 25D030, 31, 37, 58, and 25D059. Cost of bidding documents. For contract ID number 24D0293, 5,000 pesos. And for contract ID numbers 25D039, 41, 47, 48, 49, and 57, 50,000 pesos. For contract ID number 25D065, 25,000 pesos. For contract ID number 25D033, 30, 31, and 59, 50,000 pesos. For contract ID numbers 25D034, 37, and 58, 25,000 pesos. And for contract ID numbers 25D042 and 44, 10,000 pesos. Important notice. The net financial contracting capacity or NFCC of the bidder shall be used in the eligibility processing. Prospective bidder must have an NFCC of at least equal to the ABC to be procured as follows. NFCC is equal to the current assets minus current liabilities times 15 minus value of portions of all outstanding works under the bidder's ongoing contracts, including awarded contracts to be started, which portions coincide with the contract to be bid. Credit line commitment shall no longer be accepted per GPPB Resolution Number 20, Series 2013, dated July 30, 2013, and Department Order Number 37, Series of 2014, dated March 26, 2014. In the NFCC, the fixed factor of 15 shall be used in the computation of the NFCC regardless of the contract duration. As per Department Order Number 193, Series of 2016, the procuring entity shall disqualify the contractor from participating in the bidding or award of contract for infrastructure projects if his firm incurred a delay in any of his ongoing contracts, government or private, which is considered attributable to him pursuant to the provisions of IRR of RA 9184 in any of the following cases. Number 1, where the firm incurred a negative slippage of at least 15% of his ongoing contract in accordance with Section 34.3.B.II of Rule X, post-qualification of RA 9184. Number 2, where the delay in the completion of work has exceeded a time duration equivalent to 10% of the specified contract time, plus any of the approved time suspension. The same shall be subject for rescission in accordance with Section 8.4 of Annex E of RA 9184, or Number 3, where the total liquidated damages has exceeded 10% of the total contract price. The same shall automatically taken over by the procuring entity or award to a qualified contractor through a negotiation in accordance with Section 8.5 of Annex E of RA 9184. Work experience in similar contracts. Prospective bidder must have done a single largest completed contract (SLCC) similar to the contract to be procured, and whose value at current prices is at least 50% of the ABC to be bid. GPPB NPM number 150 series of 2016, a temporary pickup certificate of license cannot substitute the requirements of submitting a valid pickup license as part of eligibility requirements. GPPB Circular number 6 series of 2019, the BAC is conducting the public bidding of this contract pursuant to GPPB Circular number 6 series of 2019, dated July 17, 2019, and Appendix 31 of 2016 revised IRR of RA 9184 in relation to the provisions of RA 9184 and its implementing rules and regulations. The contract shall be awarded in the lowest calculated responsive bidder, LCRB, who was determined as such during post-classification. That's all po for the financial component of the project under the construction division and the maintenance division. The next will be presented by Engineer Julia, the technical component.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Engineer Julia Latayan, and I'm here to present to you the technical components of the projects implemented by Maintenance Division. For contract ID number 24D00293, construction of multipurpose building, senior citizen building, Barangay BANGIN, AGONCILLO, Batangas. For contract ID number 25D00039, construction of multipurpose building, including facilities, DSWD, Barangay MARAWOY, LIPA City, Batangas. For contract ID number 25D00041, JUANITO REMULLA, Senior Road. For contract ID number 25D00047, construction of administration building, headquarters, Camp Guillermo, NAKAR, LUCENA City, Quezon, Phase 6. For contract ID number 25D00048, construction of 5-story AFP quarters, Building 1, Camp Guillermo, NAKAR, LUCENA City, Quezon, Phase 4. For contract ID number 25D00049, construction of 5-story multipurpose building, BARRACKS, Camp Guillermo, NAKAR, LUCENA City, Quezon, Phase 4. For contract ID number 25D00057, JUANITO REMULLA, Senior Road. For contract ID number 25D00065, construction of multipurpose building, Super Health Center, Mataas na Kahoy, Batangas. For the items of work, for the facilities for the engineer, 8.1.18, provision of field office for the engineer, rental basis per month. 8.1.26, operation and maintenance of 4x2 pickup type service vehicle for the engineer, vehicle month. 8.1 photographs per month. For the other general requirements, 3.31, with clearance and lump sum. For contract items 24, 9, and 55 days. B.51, project billboards board each. B7.1, Occupational Safety and Health. B.81, Traffic Management Month, for contract ID number 2541 and 2537.
Wait lang po natin mag-onboard yung ating resource person. May technical problem lang po sa internet connection. Thank you.
Okay. Na po ako.
Hello. You're still choppy. Yan. Paputol-putol po. Okay lang po ba, if possible, to play po muna yung yung electronic bid submission and receipt and opening process habang inaayos po yung discussion so that we can save time. And then we can go back to the discussion of Engineer Julia from maintenance. Hello po. Parang wala pong audio sa akin. Meron po ba sa ibang audio?
Wala rin po. Wala rin sa akin.
Okay. Thank you po. Here.
Mali naayos po ng procurement.
Okay. Thank you po.
Electronic submission and receipt of bids. This is for the efficient conduct of procurement activities during a state of calamity or implementation of community quarantine or similar restrictions, authorizing the submission and receipt of bids through electronic means or email. Our legal references for the submission of bids electronically are the Department Order Number 87, Series of 2020, GPPB Resolution Number 9, 2020, dated May 7, 2020, and the 2016 revised IRR of RA 9184. The prospective bidders shall prepare and submit their bids electronically following the steps prescribed under WDO 87, 2020 in accordance with GPPB Resolution Number 9, 2020 as follows. The Box Secretariat shall post the invitation to bid and bidding documents in the Dpwh and PhilJEP's websites and at any conspicuous place for 7 calendar days per Section 21 of the IRR of RA 9184. Upon posting of the invitation to bid and bidding documents, the Box Secretariat shall create the contract ID folder in the eBid portal. This is the Dpwh electronic bid submission and receipt portal. This is the contract ID folder created by the Box Secretariat in the eBid portal. The contractor shall purchase the bidding documents per Section 17.4 and Appendix 8 Guidelines on the Sale of Bidding Documents of the IRR of RA 9184. The applicable fee for the specific project is indicated in the invitation to bid. Prior to the deadline of submission of bids, the prospective bidders shall send an email with subject official receipt for contract ID to electronicbids_R4A@dpwh.gov.ph. Attached to the said email is the copy of the official receipt of purchase of bidding documents in portable document file, PDF format with file name, in the format pickup ID underscore contract ID underscore official receipt dot PDF. For example, the file name of the attached PDF containing the official receipt of the contractor with pickup ID number 12345 who intends to participate in the bidding of contract ID number 21D00001 shall be 12345 underscore 21D00001 underscore official receipt dot PDF. Further, the email subject would be official receipt for 21D00001. This is the confirmation of the electronically submitted official receipt. An email shall be received by a prospective bidder confirming its successful submission of the official receipt. Only the electronic bids of bidders who have successfully submitted an electronic official receipt shall be accepted. This is the folder of the OR received in the eBid portal. This is the OR submitted by the contractor received in the eBid portal. Upon submission of electronic proof of purchase of bidding documents or the OR, the contractor may now send its electronic bid with file name format pickup ID underscore contract ID underscore bid.zip or .rar or .7z with email subject format bid submission for contract ID. Its bid must be in a password-protected archive format and shall contain two password-protected archive files, the technical and financial proposal. This is an acknowledgement receipt email that will be received by the contractor upon submission of its bid. This is the folder submitted in the eBid portal. Similar to manual submission, prospective bidders shall prepare their bids in two file folders, each for the technical and financial components. The file name of the technical and financial components folders should be in the format pickup ID underscore contract ID underscore technical and pickup ID underscore contract ID underscore financial. Subsequently, each of the technical and financial components file folders shall be compressed, password protected, and named in the format pickup ID underscore contract ID underscore technical.zip or .rar or .7z and pickup ID underscore contract ID underscore financial.zip or .rar or .7z respectively. Each file contained in the technical and financial components file folders shall be in PDF format, either scanned or exported, published, with file name in the format pickup ID underscore contract ID underscore descriptive file name.pdf. The compressed archive file folders of the technical and financial components shall be compiled in a password-protected compressed archive main file folder with file name in the format pickup underscore contract ID underscore bid. In case the total file size of the main archive file folder is more than the allowable size of an attachment per email of the prospective bidder's email service provider, they shall need to split its electronic bid into two or more password-protected compressed archive main file folders. The email submitting the prospective bidder's electronic bid should have a subject in the format bid submission for contract ID. In case of multiple compressed archive main file folders, it shall be submitted in multiple emails, each with subject in the format bid submission 1/2 for contract ID, bid submission 2/2 for contract ID. If a bidder wishes to modify its electronic bid, he may do so following the procedures in the manual submission of bid, or he may choose to submit his modification electronically in the same format prescribed in the preparation and submission of an electronic bid, except that the subject of the email submitting the bid modification shall be labeled Bid Modification X for contract ID, where X represents the number of bid modifications submitted. For example, the subject of an email submitting a first bid modification for contract ID number 21D00001 should be bid modification 1 for 21D00001. This is the same in the prescribed format in the preparation and submission of electronic bid, except that the bid modification main archive file folder shall be labeled as pickup ID underscore contract ID underscore bid modification underscore x dot zip or dot rar or dot 7z. In case a prospective bidder that have purchased a bidding document decided not to participate, he may choose to submit his letter of non-participation manually or electronically. In case of electronic submission, the contractor shall send an email with the subject non-participation for contract ID with the letter of non-participation as attachment with file name pickup ID underscore contract ID underscore non-participation.pdf. This email should be sent to electronicbids underscore R4A at dpwh.gov.ph before the deadline for bid submission. Bids may only be withdrawn prior the deadline for bid submission. In case of withdrawal of an electronic bid, the bidder shall send an email with the subject bid withdrawal for contract ID and the letter of bid withdrawal in PDF format with file name pickup ID underscore contract ID underscore bid withdrawal.pdf shall be attached. This email should be sent to electronicbids underscore R4A at dpwh.gov.ph before the deadline for bid submission. The box secretariat shall close the contract ID folder in eBid portal on the deadline of submission and receipt of bids. This is the closed contract ID folder in the eBid portal. The box secretariat shall download the bids from the eBid portal to the local computer. Only during the actual opening of bids shall the bidder disclose the passwords for his electronic bid. This can be done by the bidder's authorized representative verbally in person, through phone call, online platforms, or through writing. In all cases, the bidders will have only 3 attempts or 15 minutes, whichever comes first, to provide the correct password. Otherwise, the bidder shall be disqualified except in unforeseen justifiable circumstances. The bidder may also be subjected to the three-strike policy as warranted by the circumstances. If the bidder chooses to disclose the password through phone call, he should make sure that the contact numbers as recorded in the Civil Works application, are open when the BAC calls to ask for the password. The bidder may also choose to call the BAC number during the bid opening time and wait for the opening of his bid for him to disclose the password. For online video calls, the bidder may call the BAC Messenger account. If the bidder chooses to attend the bid opening through online conference, the bidder should join the meeting using the given link. If the bidder chooses to disclose the passwords through writing the letters for password 1, main file folder, technical component file folder, and password 2, financial component file folder, should be enclosed in separate envelopes with the sender details such as AMO, bidder name, and address. Address to the BAC chairperson with the details of the bidding such as contract ID, contract name, bid opening date and time. Signed and sealed with a remark, password 1 or 2. Do not open before actual bid opening date and time. All electronic bids, password-protected compressed archive main file folders shall be opened first for the opening of the technical component compressed archive file folders. This shall be followed by the opening of the bids submitted manually for the opening of the technical component envelopes. The same procedures apply for the financial component compressed archive file folders and financial component envelopes. The BAC Secretariat shall open the Financial Proposal Archive file. Notes and reminders for the contractors in the preparation and submission of bids. Only bidders with system-accepted proof of payment shall be allowed to submit their electronic bids, which shall not be beyond the deadline specified for the submission of bids. An email shall also be received by a prospective bidder in instances where their sent email related to the submission of electronic OR of purchase of the bidding documents if it has incorrect subject contract ID, which means that a corresponding folder with the same contract ID does not exist in the eBid portal, if it has no attachment, if it has an attachment but is not in the prescribed format, if it has more than one attachment, or if it was received after the deadline of bid submission. For the foregoing cases, the prospective bidders should rectify or correct the noted deficiencies to comply with the requirements for its electronic bid to be accepted. The bidders must submit their electronic bid using the registered email address in the Civil Works application. In case prospective bidders are not yet registered in the CWA, they can use any email address subject to the verification of the BAC Secretariat. For joint venture, the format of pickup ID to be used by the bidder in naming their files, folders, and archives shall be JV-pickup ID of the lead member. If a bidder chooses to submit an electronic bid, the same bidder can no longer submit a bid manually for the same contract and vice versa. Bid modification can be submitted electronically or manually, regardless of the manner by which the original bid was submitted. If a bidder submitted modifications both electronically and manually for a specific contract, the submission with the latest official date and time of receipt shall prevail. The submitted official receipt of purchase of bidding documents shall include the correct and complete names of the contractors who will submit their bids. Notes and reminders for the receipt of bids. An auto-reply email shall be sent to acknowledge receipt of electronic bids in instances where an email is sent with incorrect subject contract ID, which means that a corresponding folder with the same contract ID does not exist in the eBid portal. Without any attachment, with attachment that is not in the prescribed format, with more than one attachment, or submitted after the deadline. An auto-reply email shall also be sent regarding withdrawal of bid, non-participation, and if the bidder has yet to submit proof of purchase of bidding documents or the official receipt. Emails with more than one attachment with invalid subject contract ID and unrecognized transactions shall be automatically moved to the unidentified documents subfolder in the procuring entity's main folder in the eBid portal. This is the unidentified documents folder in the eBid portal. The following shall not be accepted by the eBid portal. Submission of bid without initially submitting the proof of purchase of bidding documents or the official receipt. Submission of bid after the deadline, and submission of proof of purchase of bidding documents after the deadline. Notes and reminders for the opening of bids. For a hybrid system of submission where electronic and manual bids were received for a particular contract, electronic bids must be opened first before the manual bids. If a bidder committed typographical errors in the submission of electronic bid or attached files in the wrong format, the bid shall be accepted, provided that the bidder or its duly authorized representative shall acknowledge such condition of the bid as submitted. The BAC shall assume no responsibility for the misplacement of the contents of the improperly sealed or marked bid or improperly compressed or password-protected folder or for its premature opening. If an electronic bid or file was found to be damaged and could not be extracted or opened, the bid shall be considered failed. Notes and reminders for non-participation and bid withdrawal. In case of non-participation and withdrawal of bids, the BAC Secretariat shall check the letters of non-participation, bid withdrawal received in the dedicated email address and stored in the eBid portal, and shall observe the provisions under Section 26.2 of the IRR of RA 9184 and DO 17 Series of 2015.
Okay, thank you. Pwede po mag-proceed yung ating discussion of the requirements.
Good morning po ulit. Sorry po for the delay. To continue the technical components, for the minimum material testing equipment for medium contractors, For contract ID numbers 2539, 2541, 2547, 2548, 2549, 2557, and 2565. The minimum major equipment requirements are the following. For contract ID number 24G00293, construction of multipurpose building, senior citizen building, Barangay BANGIN, AGONCILLO, Batangas. Showing you the perspective, location map, vicinity map, and site development plan. Ground floor plan, roof plan, and reflected seal plan. For the scope of work, the scope of works for the construction of multipurpose building are earthworks, plain and reinforced concrete work, finishing and other civil work, and electrical and auxiliaries. For the equipment requirements, the minimum major equipment requirements are the following. Manpower requirements. The minimum work experience requirements for the key personnel are the following. The approved budget for the contract is 4,825,000 pesos, and the contract duration is 210 calendar days. Showing you the major and similar categories of works. The source of fund is FY 2024 RA 11975, regular 2024 current. For contract ID number 25 D00039, construction of multiple perspective, location map, and vicinity map. Site development plan. Ground floor plan. Second floor plan. Third floor plan. Fourth floor plan. Roof deck plan. For the scope of work, for earthworks, clearing and grubbing, structure excavation, embankment from borrow, gravel fill, first 3,000 psi, structural concrete 4,000 psi, reinforced grade steel, formworks and works, soil poisoning, and dam proofing. For plumbing fixtures, and cistern. For architectural, fiber cement board, metal frame for ceilings, wall, finishing hardware, aluminum glass window, tempered glass, hollow steel door, fire-rated fire exit steel door, aluminum frame glass door, steel doors and frames, door, wood panel, roll-up door, steel, glazed tiles and trims, unglazed tiles, granite tiles, cement floor finish plain, floor finishes, cement plaster finish, painting works for masonry and concrete, wood and steel, CHB non-load bearing 150 mm, beaver blocks, metal steel plates, and railing. For electrical, generator, single phase, standby, and lighting fixtures and lamps. For electronics and communication, CCTV system. For mechanical, electric elevator, 501 kilograms to 1,000 kilograms. Air conditioning, package split type. For equipment requirements, the minimum major equipment requirements are the following. For the manpower requirement, the minimum work experience requirements for the key person improve for showing you the layout plan, straight line diagram. For the scope of work, asphalt overlay of 11.754 lane kilometer carriageway in Juanito R. Remula Senior Road, Cavite, including necessary reblocking of damaged portions of the concrete pavement. For the equipment requirements, the minimum major equipment requirements are the following. Manpower requirements. The minimum work experience requirements for the key personnel are the following. The approved budget for the contract is 193 million pesos. And the contract is 210. Showing you the major categories of works. The source of fund is FY 2025 NEP for DPWH in program. For contract ID number 25D00047, construction of administration building, headquarters, Camp Guillermo, NAKAR, LUCENA City, Quezon, Phase 6. Showing you the perspective, location map, vicinity map, and site development plan. Reflected ceiling plan. For the scope of work, for architectural, installation of ceiling at all floor levels except third floor, installation of toilet partition, application of paint finish at exterior wall and ceiling at all floor levels except third floor, installation of reflective insulation, sun buffer, and site development. For plumbing, installation of water pumping system. For electrical, installation of generator, solar power, lighting fixtures and wiring devices at all floors except third floor, and installation of service entrance post. For mechanical, installation of fire pump and jockey pump, fire protection works at fourth floor, fire hose cabinets and fire extinguishers, and installation of automatic fire sprinkler system. For electronics and communication, installation of fire detection and alarm system at all floor levels, network cabling system, CCTV system at all floor levels, door access and card reader system, and public address system. For the equipment requirements, the minimum major equipment requirements are the following. Manpower requirements. The minimum work experience requirements for the key personnel are the following. The approved budget for the contract is 96,500,000 pesos and the contract duration is 300 calendar days. Showing you the major and similar categories of works. The source of fund is FY 2025 NEP for Dpwh Infra Program. For contract ID number 25D00048, construction of 5-story AFP quarters, Building 1, Camp Guillermo, NAKAR, LUCENA City, Quezon, Phase 4. Showing you the perspective, location map, vicinity map, and site development plan. Ground floor plan. Typical second to fifth floor plan. Roof deck plan. Roof plan. For the scope of work, the scope of works involves earthwork, finishing and other civil works, plumbing, carpentry and joinery, finishing hardware, doors and windows, ceramic granite tiles, painting works and railings, and electrical and auxiliaries. For the equipment requirements, the minimum major equipment requirements are the following. Manpower requirements. The minimum work experience requirements for the key personnel are the following. The approved budget for the contract is 102,290,000 pesos and the contract duration is 300 calendar days. Showing you the major and similar categories of works. The source of fund is FY 2025 NEP for Dpwh Infra Program. For contract ID number 25D00049, construction of 5-story multipurpose building, BARRACKS, Camp Guillermo, NAKAR, LUCENA City, Quezon, Phase 4. Showing you the perspective, location map, vicinity map, and site development plan. Ground floor plan. Typical second to fifth floor plan. Roof deck plan. Roof plan. For the scope of work, for architectural works, all windows, sliding, owning and fixed, all glass, glazed and trims, unglazed in granite, floor tapping plain, cement floor finish plain, cement plaster finish, painting works steel and concrete, walls at fire pump room, louver box and CHV 150 mm. For plumbing works, catch basin, plumbing fixtures. For electrical works, all generator single phase, network cabling, CCTV system, public address system, lighting fixtures and lamps. For mechanical works, installation of air conditioning units, exhaust fans, and elevators. For site development, sidewalk and roadway. For equipment requirements, the minimum major equipment requirements are the following. Manpower requirements. The minimum work experience requirements for the key personnel are the following. The approved budget for the contract is 85,885,000 pesos and the contract duration is 300 calendar days. Showing you the major and similar categories of works. The source of fund is FY 2025 NEP for DPWH Infra Program. For contract ID number 25D00057, asphalt overlay for Juanito REMULLA Senior Road, kilometer 40 plus 916 to kilometer 41 plus 232, kilometer 41 plus 262 to kilometer 42 plus 118, kilometer 42 plus 148 to kilometer 42 plus 831, and kilometer 42 plus 921 to kilometer 43 plus 027. Showing you the vicinity map and key map. Layout map. Typical roadway section. For the scope of work, asphalt overlay. For the equipment requirements, the minimum major equipment requirements are the following. Manpower requirements. The minimum work experience requirements for the key personnel are the following. The approved budget for the contract is 141,372,500 pesos. And contract duration is 165 calendar days. Showing you the major and similar categories of works. The source of fund is FY 2025 NEP for DPWH Infra Program. For contract ID number 25D00065, construction of multipurpose center, Mataas na Kaho, Batangas. Showing you the exterior perspective. Site development. Ground floor plan. Second floor plan. Third floor plan. Room work. Concrete beams. Ground floor. Second all floor. Third floor. Ceiling works with paint finish at ground floor to second floor. Tile works, floor and wall tasks at toilets at to second floor. Doors and windows at ground floor to second floor. Railings at main door and PWD ramp at the main entrance. Waterproofing at third floor. Toilet second floor. For plumbing, installation of cold water line pipes and fittings, sewer line pipes and fittings, storm drain line and fittings, construction of cistern tank and septic tank, installation of water tank with water pumping system, installation at ground floor to second floor. For electrical and auxiliaries, rough inch for switchboards, panel box and conduits. Fittings and auxiliaries, wires and wiring devices, panel board with main and branch breakers, light fixtures and lamps, and grounding system. For the equipment requirements, the minimum major equipment requirements manpower requirements. The minimum work experience requirements for the key personnel are the following. The budget for the contract is 48,250,000 pesos, and contract duration is 300 calendar days. Showing the major categories of works. The source of fund is FY 2025 NEP for DPWH LIPA program. Also for the technical components for the projects implemented by Maintenance Division, the legal and technical components were already released. Thank you.
Hello po. Are we done with the discussion? Or, okay, yes daw. Thank you, Prissy. Sige po. And again, we apologize for the technical difficulties being experienced. Medyo slow po talaga yung internet connection natin sa ngayon sa ating opisina. Okay, so since the presentation for the electronic bid submission, receipt and opening process have already been played earlier, we believe that all the items in our agenda for today have already been discussed. So thank you very much po. We adjourn our meeting. Thank you to Engineer Batara for attending as well as the members of the BAC Secretariat and Technical Working Group. And for purposes of announcement, we are postponing the pre-bid conference for goods and services that should have been included in the pre-bid today due to non-availability of quorum. We will provide another schedule for the pre-bid po. Okay? Thank you very much po and magandang tanghali po sa ating lahat.
Thank you po. See you.